We have endured over 40 years of terrorism here in Northern Ireland, and will have the heartache and the scars that come along with it. These ruthless terrorists stopped at nothing to ensure as much death, damage and destruction to our country. During the so-called Troubles, over 3,600 people were killed. Almost 1,900 of those murders were caused by Irish Republican terrorists. Now, we have some of the same Irish Republican terrorists elected to our government in Stormont. Can you imagine if Prime Minister Theresa May let the political wing of Daesh come in to coalition with the Tories? Yet that's exactly what we have happening in our country. The IRA have taken the war to the political platform. This should never have been allowed, but somehow they're not just in our government, but they're in charge of our government. So much so, they were able to collapse Stormont, while innocent victims of these terrorists struggle to have their voices heard. Can we take a minute to remember all the innocent victims of terrorism from around the world? If we just have a minute's silence, please. Thank you, everyone, with us. Guys, we're here today to oppose terrorism, but there are men and women, some of who are with us today, who did not just oppose terrorism. They actually took up an oath, put on a uniform, they go to fight to defend our country and defeat these terrorists, and to ensure the safety of all people in this country, no matter what their religion. What a fine job they've done too. Yeah. We want to commend the efforts of all our security forces, both past and present. These men and women don't run from these vile, evil terrorists, but they run to them to ensure our safety. We give you our utmost thanks today. We will never let the men and women who paid the ultimate sacrifice be forgotten. We will remember them. Guys, you are over from England and it looks relatively peaceful. There's a lot less bombing and a lot less shooting than there was a few years ago. That doesn't mean that we live in peace here. We are still living under constant threat of terrorism in this country. The same terrorism. Dissident Irish Republicans who have targeted our police, our soldiers and our prison officers. One of them actually managed to infiltrate our security forces and he got a measly 18 years in prison. It's just not good enough. These same terrorists are walking our streets today, and we're lucky that the Parades Commission have stopped them from going where they wanted to go. They think they run this country, they don't. Yeah. Around the world, Christians, Sikhs, Jews and all other religions are being slaughtered for their beliefs. Yet we point out that Islamic teachings and laws are teachings of violence and oppression of women, and we're labelled racist and fascists. I don't care what colour your skin is. I don't care where you come from. If your faith teaches you that you should murder people, if they don't conform to your beliefs and your ideology, then your faith needs to be opposed. Yeah. Right, we've talked a lot about the fight back today and how we fight back. And I know you are all thinking, how can we start? What can we do to help? The first thing you need to do, and it's a very important thing you need to do, is get registered to vote. If you're already registered, then encourage your friends and your family to get registered. Canvassing in this country would shock you. The amount of people who care about this country, who aren't on the electoral register to have their voice heard, is unbelievable. So get yourselves registered to vote and get your friends and family registered to vote. Engage in political activism is my second point. Join a political party Come to rallies like this and protests such as this one. And again, encourage your friends and family to attend with you and to hear the message. Now, I want to thank every single one of you for coming here today, and I hope you have had an enjoyable time. But most importantly, I hope that you'll take the information that you've learned here today, and I hope you'll tell people about it. The videos of today will be widely available online. Please share them on your social media accounts. We need to get this out here. Now, how many of you know about the plight of the Israeli Christians fleeing Daesh terrorists who are killing the men, raping the women and children? Very little, because the mainstream media don't want to cover things like that. Ditch the mainstream media. If the mainstream media aren't going to tell you the truth, why should we give them our time? If you want to find out what's really going on in the world, start watching alternative media.
Fuck the BBC.
To name a few, we have the Rebel Media, we have InfoWars, we have Make Britain Great Again News, we have Breitbart, and of course we have Britain First, whose YouTube channel is fantastic. These outlets work with some really great people, from Tommy Robinson, Paul Joseph Watson, Luke Nash Jones, Lawrence Southern, and among many others, who want to tell you the truth. I'm just going to close here, and I want to thank the people who have been involved in making today a success. A massive thank you to the speakers, but especially to the people who have worked behind the scene. Unfortunately, there are far too many for to mention, but thank you all very, very much. Yeah?
Sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to thank Cllr Jolene Bunting for inviting us all over, for organising such a great day. Now let me hear 3 cheers for Cllr Jolene Bunting. Hip hip!
Thank you very much. It really is my pleasure to host this today. It's been a fantastic day. Thank you all for coming again. Now, I just want you to be very, very careful going home. I want you to be vigilant. I want you to have your phones at the ready. Remember, terrorists are walking on our streets today. So just be very vigilant and be careful on your way home today. Thank you all so much for coming, and God bless you.